All right, hey there, my friend, and welcome to day one of the Take the Kingdom Challenge. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking all about how to get your body combat ready, because if you don't have a good, solid foundation, if you're not physically fit, if you're not strong, you're not going to feel confident, you're not going to feel powerful, and everything else is just going to kind of get lost in the noise. So we've got to conquer this one first. And one of the main areas, one of the key, most important things that we can talk about when it comes to building that powerful physique and that muscular frame, whether we want to go for kind of big and bulky or really just lean and athletic, it doesn't matter. The principles are going to be the same. And one of the first things we have to talk about is the two different kinds of muscle growth, sarcoplasmic and myofibrillar. Now, I know that sounds totally geeky, and this is not an anatomy course, so we don't need to dive too much into the science and all the anatomy of it, but you do need to understand that there's two different pathways to build muscle. And the mistake so many people make when they're working out or when they download a program off the internet or from a bodybuilding magazine or without any customization to their unique goals or what they're trying to achieve is that more often than not, these programs are going to emphasize something called sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, which again, super nerdy, super geeky, but what this really means is that it's increasing muscle size by essentially increasing the volume and the fluid and all the stuff inside the muscle glycogen, which can kind of be hacked, which is why when people talk about going to the gym and getting a pump or anything like that, what they're doing is they're essentially prioritizing the sarcoplasmic hypertrophy muscle building aspects over the myofibrillar. Now, on the other side, we do have that myofibrillar. Let's just call it myo. And the myo aspect involves actually increasing kind of the number of muscles and really building that hard and that rock solid foundation that's going to allow you to retain your gains even if you take a week off. Because as anybody knows, if you go to the gym and you get that nice massive pump, well, it's going to fade pretty soon after. And if you actually take a week off or maybe even 2 weeks to go on vacation or anything like that, you could notice your muscles start to dramatically flatten in size. And that's because the training that you were following likely followed the sarcoplasmic hypertrophy and prioritized it over that myofibrillar. So, what do? Well, inside the Machine Hybrid training program, we like to use both of these aspects because it doesn't make sense to neglect one over the other, and you can prioritize them depending on your goals and depending what you're after. But it's very important to build that solid, strong base first, and then of course, let's pump it up, let's get some extra nutrients and some extra muscle glycogen, let's feel fuller. It's a great feeling after all, and it'll allow you to kind of really capitalize on the myofibrillar work that you did earlier in the workout. So for this reason, what we like to do is we prioritize our workouts by starting with lower rep ranges that really build that strength and prioritize the myofibrillar aspect. And then later in the workout, we do some higher rep stuff to really kind of drive the sarcoplasmic size and really kind of create that fullness and that nice physique and that nice aesthetic that so many people are looking for. All right, so today's action items and today's challenge, which I'm going to recommend you do either right away or later in the day, or of course you can do this every day moving forward anytime you need that extra little boost, and it's called the P3, or the push-up pump prep. And what we're doing here is we're essentially emphasizing the sarcoplasmic muscle building. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing 5 sets of push-ups to failure with 30 seconds of rest in between, or shorter if you can. So what we're going to be doing here is dropping down, doing as many push-ups as you can, giving it about 20 to 30 seconds, doing as many push-ups as you can again, 20 to 30 seconds, and do that again. And you're going to want to do it 5 times. And what you're going to find is at the end, you're probably going to be pretty tired because you just jammed in a whole bunch of push-ups, probably in about 4 to 5 minutes. But also your chest, your front delts, your triceps, pretty much all of your arms, they're going to be pumped up with all of that extra fluid as your body's rushing blood into the area to try to get the muscles to operate a little more efficiently. So this is a great little hack if you've got to go to the beach for a few hours, you're heading out to the pool, you really just want to feel a little bit stronger, a little bit fuller, and a little more confident by kind of driving some more volume into that chest area. So the push-up pump prep, great little exercise to do. Try it now, see how you feel, but then also be aware that this feeling and this aesthetic, this look that you've got right now isn't going to last forever. In fact, it's probably going to fade over the next hour or maybe even 2 hours, which is why, again, you really got to emphasize those lower rep ranges when we're trying to build muscle. So with all that said, let me know how it goes and we'll talk to you soon.